there's ever been a time where you guys should feel disappointed in me, it's right now. Hopefully you noticed in those intro clips how disgusting and abused Miley is right now. Miley has been sitting in the shop under the 65 Mustang for almost 6 months now. It's dusty, it's had brake fluid dripped on the rear wing, peeling up all the original FRP material on the wing. There's drips of oil that sat on the front hood. The headlights are yellowing and getting really foggy. And even a few people in the shop have vandalized it and written all over the windows and the hood and have just like scratched up the paint.
I just want to say, before we continue, at least it's not my car.
Your car looks like an insurance claim.
Yes.
Whoa, come on, man. It's not. Insurance claims are crashed.
I missed you, but I'm just saying.
Well, today we're gonna spend some time and some love with Miley. We've been so preoccupied with other things. And we actually have a dyno day scheduled for tomorrow where we are finally going to reach our goal of 700, 800 wheel horsepower on a boxer motor in our BRZ. An ultimate test and death wish. And we have a few parts to throw on this car to get it ready for tomorrow. But I do promise in the year of 2023, Miley will never be disrespected like she's been. And without giving myself excuses, our shop situation for the past year has not been ideal, and when we move into our new location, we're gonna have a lot more space where all the cars can get the proper storage and maintenance and cleaning that they need. I always forget how tall these bags on the BRZ can actually go. Like that's literally like maybe 6 or 7 inches of height in the front, and the rear still gets down with like almost 3 inches. Makes it a lot easier when trying to put a wide body of this size onto a lift. But man, I'm excited to kind of crack into this thing today and give it some TLC, and we're gonna go over what parts we're gonna throw in this car next. So today we're gonna be installing an 18-pound wastegate spring. We're gonna be stacking 2 Turbo Smart springs to achieve, actually, sorry, not 18. We're gonna be going to 17. We have a new set of coils from Delicious Tuning. We also have a new set of spark plugs, and we also have a brand new set of injectors, which are gonna give us the fueling to get more power. Last time our limiting issue wasn't necessarily the motor, but was more so the fueling supply and the spark supply that we needed to create more power. So today, we're finally gonna fix all of that. Also, this is what it looks like if you leave brake fluid sitting on your car for too long. This dripped from the top of the 65 Mustang and completely ate this whole entire wing apart, which is fine because I actually have an idea of paint matching this to the color of the car, and this thing desperately needed body work. This is how it came from Pandem years ago. Not sure if they also come like this, but just I needed body work from the very beginning, and I never did that, and now I finally have the excuse to body work it and paint it and make it look a lot nicer. So win-win situation.
I'm being told that I've done this before. I'm looking at it now, and I remember what Alan told me from HG. He said that it's a difficult job and you have to lower the motor or raise the motor. I don't remember doing this at all. So what I'm working on is getting these coil packs and spark plugs out. As I said before, TJ says that I've done it before. I can't really show it because the camera won't focus. Oh, there it is. So I'm looking at this, and the coil packs seem very doable. What's not doable in my brain right now is the spark plugs. I'm gonna go ahead and take these out and then try to assess how the spark plugs come out. Pascal is not in here, but Pascal is in here. I did it. So it's shorter than you think, and typically when you're doing spark plugs, when they're up top, you get a long extension, right?
It's almost like 8 inches long, yeah.
It's,
to reach the spark plug.
So the socket is the long 14 socket, and then an extension about the same length, and it sticks out just enough. You can get a tool on there. I don't know about that side because that side looks a bit tighter, but we'll go ahead and remove this side and worry about that later.
When you typically look up how to do this job on an FA20, it will tell you to loosen the motor mounts and tip the motor so you can get yourself more room. But when you have yourself a Calvin stock,
a genius.
And sometimes when you get big burly man hands, they can help. A genius. It will allow you to not have to remove the motor. Dylan was doing this side, and I just finished up taking up the 1 coil pack that was left. These spark plugs still have to come out, but this side's actually more spacious than this side, so Calvin tackled the harder side first. So right now we're just waiting at the finish line, watching him work his magic, but I see a little bit of frustration coming from his face.
Just don't give him a play-by-play, okay?
Sorry.
It's just
frustration.
It's just time.
So he's leaning over pretty good at about a 86-degree angle.
I'm obtuse.
You're pretty acute if you ask me.
Today's video is brought to you by Nos Energy, and we're gonna be giving you guys the Nos Energy 3 DIY tips of the day. We're gonna be showing you guys 3 DIY tips that you guys can use in your garage to make your life just that much easier when wrenching by yourself. Nos Energy pro tip number 1, and that is buy yourself a stack of hockey pucks. You're probably like, Teej, why would I want hockey pucks to work on my car? Well, if you have a low car or you have side skirt extensions extensions or you have hot boy side skirts, sometimes it's really hard to get a jack underneath that side skirt without jacking the car up and destroying your side skirt. So what we like to do is throw a hockey puck onto your jack, and it essentially just elevates the point of contact that comes in contact with your car. I said contact like 2 times in that sentence, I probably didn't need to. But that way, when you're going to head to jack up your car, you have just a little bit of length and extension to touch the car before this arm will destroy any of your side skirt. Additional pro tip, if you are working on a lift, this is also a great thing to put on all of your lift stands to, again, give you a little bit more extension. We actually have it under the BRZ right now.
Spark plug gapper, also known as feeler gauges. There's everything in here from 1 millimeter to 0.05. Find what your tuner tells you to find, 0.70. And then you find a good white space behind you, which the camera isn't, and you stick it in there. But you don't want to be too tight or too loose, because then it's totally off. Good enough.
Stole my socket.
Not, but I mean, yeah, it's perfect.
These are the old injectors. I actually don't know what size they were, but we were maxed out on these injectors. We were not getting enough fuel, so now we're gonna be upgrading to these injector dynamics. These are 1300s. This is gonna give us more than enough fueling to make that big power.
I'm gonna slap you. Get away from me.
Dude?
Get away. I'm looking for my socket.
Are you gonna? I'm gonna chuck these in. This is also my formal announcement. I haven't said this yet, but we are gonna be at the LZ Invitational coming up this weekend. So if you're in Florida, you're coming out there and you wanna see us drive and win, because that's what we do, see you guys there. We'll be there in the Valvoline 2JZ 350Z car. I'm very excited about it. What's so funny?
Valvoline 350Z car.
Calvin!
Damn,
Dude. Unbelievable.
I'm going away.
I'm not surprised. What can I say?
He has to roll it like a garden hose in his pants. Doing that, and then we'll do cold packs on that side. And then when you're done, we'll do the fuel rail and injectors. I think.
Nos Energy pro tip number 2. This one, I feel, is a little controversial. It is a fine line that you should always follow when unplugging sensors in your engine bay, or just in your car in general, and that is, whenever you're gonna be unplugging sensors or plugs or touching anything electrical on a car, always unplug your battery. And the reason why I say this is, if this were me working on this car and just swapping out injectors, unplugging sensors, I am guilty, and I will admit that I typically don't unplug the battery. But whenever I work with Calvin, Calvin has had experiences when doing this where it's shorted out and he's ruined sensors because he has not unplugged the battery. And because Calvin's here today, he unplugged the battery, but very good pro tip, always unplug your battery. Don't be lazy. Save yourself the hassle in the long run, because if something does short out on you, you're gonna really wish you just took a 10 mil and undid your battery. Nos Energy tip 2.5. This is a 0.5 because I don't think it's big enough to consider its own pro tip, but Dylan actually just thought of this one. I thought we'd go ahead and throw it in there. Dylan, why don't you tell him what it is?
You have an extension or a socket that's stuck on your ratchet because of the detent, and you're having a tough time pulling it off.
So if you're ever in a tight spot and you're trying to separate your ratchet from the socket, Dylan was saying you can just get a flathead and twist it 90 degrees. Oh! That can be extremely useful in very tight places. So, pro tip 2.5, use a flathead to separate your ratchet from your socket.
New coil packs. I'm zooming in, but it's really slow. I see them. Yep.
Yes, more power, baby.
That's a busted turbo. That's
No,
not good. You don't want
it's
that
a
noise.
Subaru, bro. Why don't you take out your vape pen and take a little
Or whatever meme ever.
I will say that the Boxer motor like has a really weird like turbo compressor sound. It goes.
Yeah, it's like a...
Any Subaru people are gonna know what I'm talking about. When you make high boost, they sound like this. When it drives, it sounds like this.
He's back. Did you have a nice poo?
Dude, yeah, okay. But
Every
Every
time we go on a trip, just know TJ never poos.
I can confirm that as a fact. That is
Never poop, never.
100% true.
When we went to Japan.
You know, I've actually been looking for new editors and filmers.
No 5.
Oh, that hurt.
No.
He's a man, he can handle
Yeah, true. Look at those leather mitts.
Fucking hurt.
Okay, the inconsistency in whoever's holding this light is
Dylan.
fuck. Dude?
Dude, you don't need, just feel it.
Dude, it's a plug. You
Yes,
don't need a
stick it
candle
in.
light.
All right, bullies. I just can't see good.
Let's discuss this 2001 Energizer Bunny fucking Walmart flashlight.
Okay, that's a great flashlight. It's from Magnaflow. We love Magnaflow.
I don't disapprove of the manufacturer of the flashlight. I disapprove of the flashlight. Let me, sorry, take, we love Magnaflow. I did the perfect like.
That's much better. Next potate.
There it is.
As many of you guys know, we're currently giving away my E90 M3. We just dropped a whole bunch of new stuff, sweatshirts and t-shirts, and we have new For the Boys hats on the website. For every $5 you spend, it gets you 1 entry towards winning our car. All you have to do is just go to thehuntcompany.com and shop there. A few vlogs ago, Dylan and I went through the shop and we were listing a bunch of stuff for sale, and I actually found this Lamborghini Huracan engine cover. And rather than listing this for sale, I thought it'd be a really cool item to actually give away to one of you guys. So what I'm gonna do is all orders placed today on thehuntcompany.com, whether you spend $2 or you spend 50 bucks, each individual order will count as a random raffle, and I'm gonna be picking a random order today. I'll sign it, I'll have Calvin sign it, I'll have all the boys sign it, and I'm gonna ship this out to any one of you guys who orders today. So if you want a cool piece for your wall art, or you wanna win my E90 M3, head over to the Hunt & Company right now, click the links down below, and good luck, boys.
Tuner wanted different plugs, and then we were going over gaps, and he said 0.028, but he didn't say millimeters or inches. So this is just a PSA. We had a big back and forth and we figured it out. Always talk to your tuners and double check. So you save yourself a shit trip to the tuner. You want to elaborate better on that?
Oh, was that your pro tip that we were talking about?
No, this is just for...
Oh, I thought that was a NOS pro tip.
No.
It could be. Bonus, maybe. We were just saying when gapping your spark plugs, just make sure you are specific about the unit of measurement, because you could either go like millimeters, you could be out of inches. We just had a big debacle. Anyways, we're gonna go ahead and throw in our spark plugs. We're gonna throw in our injectors, and then we're gonna throw in our coil packs. The coil packs will sit on top of the spark plugs.
Okay, look, me.
Nuh-uh.
TJ?
Calvin!
Oh my god.
TJ. Calvin, dude, I told you to be careful.
And TJ's over there too, like, you gotta be careful with these side skirts because hey, it's super low. That's why I use the pucks.
Wasn't me. It wasn't me.
Floorboard.
It wasn't me. Don't let him. Guys, it wasn't me. Oh, dude, chill. Not safe for work. Turn
Oh
that
my
off.
bad, yeah. For sure. OSHA, watch out.
Oh.
I do that with a spoon.
All right, we're gonna be.
Yeah, when
We're gonna be taking out the weight.
I clank.
We're gonna stop. That's disgusting. We're gonna take out the wastegate spring now. I don't know. I think we have like 13-pound springs. Now we're gonna go to 17. Stop.
This is my teeth.
You're gonna piss your pants?
That's not what Calvin normally says.
This is too big.
Why is my little bit, baby? Huh? Why's my little tears in your eyes? Huh?
I'm gonna, you wanna piss your pants?
Pooping maybe a little bit?
This will be a sponsored video.
Nice one, Dylan.
By Nos Energy. Oh, you're gonna shit and dude, guns and ammo. Cool. All right, so I don't know what a Turbo Smart purple spring is. So to achieve a 17-pound spring, it requires stacking 2 springs. So they don't make just a 17-pound spring. So we have a 13-pound spring and we have a 4-pound spring.
A Joe spring?
What's a Jost? Oh.
Joe Mama!
God damn it.
TJ, you almost flicked that into your own eye.
Why does Boost need a spring?
Who's Boost and why does he need
Who's Jack and why is he always standing?
I'm done with you, Tony.
I quit.
You don't get it?
He doesn't get it.
Jack stands. Why is Jack always stand? Come on.
God, dude.
Come on, dude.
The wheels in his head are just like.
He needs a little grease.
No,
You know what the best grease is for TJ's gears?
Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna press on it, and then I'm gonna have you tighten it on the threading portion. Turbo Smart has this bitch ring on the back, and I was able to push forward, even though I had horrible leverage, but hand clamping force is quite a bit, so I was able to easily close it, and then Calvin just hand threaded that on there, even though it's a pretty high spring rate. For those that don't understand, the reason that we put a heavier spring in the wastegate is you can always tune it down to run less boost, but if you have too much boost going through a lower spring pressure, it'll just open the wastegate. So you put a heavier spring in so you can run more boost without it just pre-opening, and then you can control it down from there. Just like running a larger injector or anything like that. You can always tune down from it.
That's probably good, my guy. That's like really good. Whoa!
We're gonna mess up. Look and see.
Look at him move.
Dude, oh my god. That's some movement.
Calvin taught me that.
And
No. Come on, do it. Yeah! He just goes like this.
That boy's got movers.
It will come out. Whoa, Dylan, be careful, dude, hold on. This is pro tip number 3 for Nos Energy, and that is invest in a nice pair of flush cuts. Dylan was trying to snip this zip tie, and he has a pair of pliers here with a little bit of edge.
They have cutters, dude. They have cutters,
but you see all this extra material that makes it difficult to get in tight spaces? If you get yourself a pair of nice flush cuts, it will make your job in tight places so much easier, and you'll get the right snip every time.
All right, I want to trim this with one of these nice boys right here. Look how far away it is.
Oh, God. Go ahead and give it a shot.
Give her a jam on this one.
Wow.
Oh. I personally.
And ladies and gentlemen, that was your third and final Nos Energy DIY pro tip of the day. Everything is now in the car. We're gonna go ahead and start it, make sure it turns on, and I'm gonna have Dylan watch the injector spots to make sure nothing squirts gas everywhere. All right, I wanna see a full out comment war frenzy down below. Do we like this car without the wing more than with the wing? Originally, I was a big wing boy. I didn't think I'd like it without the wing because of all the extra canards. It's kind of aggressive, but I think I kind of might like it without the wing. I just don't know if the bottom canards are too aggressive, and I don't really want to take the bottom canards off. I don't know. I'd love to hear your guys' thoughts down below. Kind of growing on me. We left all like the anchor supports on the trunk, so if I ever actually was to delete the wing, I'd probably have to get a new trunk set up, which could all be done, but I don't know. Miley, maybe she needs to be wingless? Kind of a dirty look. Need to lower the front a little bit, but it's definitely sleek without it. So this car runs a little bit rough, given that it has new sparks, injectors, blah, blah, blah. We kind of struggled a little bit to get it running like a couple minutes ago. I had to kind of get a little bit of gas to force it. I'm gonna try to make it home on this car so I can just drive it to the dyno tomorrow. Dylan and I just took it around the block, seemed to drive okay. Kind of struggled a little bit here and there, but for the most part, I think I'll be okay. So keeping our fingers crossed. Miley, please start on us. Come on, baby. Oh, okay. I don't know, maybe some of you smart people will know. Now that I'm running like double size injectors and I'm not tuned for it, does that mean I'm just like aimlessly dumping fuel unnecessarily, which means I'll be burning more fuel? Because I know I'm running super rich right now, which I guess technically that would make sense. I don't know, I'm very stressed that I'm not gonna make it home. The last thing I wanna do is get stranded in the middle of traffic. So let's pray for the best, boys. Made it home just fine. Very proud of her, good job, Miley. I oftentimes get a lot of comments saying, Tej, your shoes make you look like you need a little bit of help. I always get made fun of my shoes.
I mean, why would they not make fun of you?
I just feel like I love white shoes. I don't mind shoes
looking dirty. You love white shoes, yet they're completely brown.
I don't know. I just don't mind it. Like I don't mind. They're boots. That's how I view them.
Yeah.
But I'm happy to let you guys know I'm finally saying goodbye to these shoes. And
woo, we did it, boys. We rallied against him, and we got him
with a new set.
I kept showing him all your guys' comments. I'm like, TJ, even people are roasting you for your shoes in the videos. Like, we all roast him off camera all the time.
God. I was gonna say, does it look different on camera? Yeah, I would say
it's completely different.
I don't know, these shoes are still good.
These could be track shoes. Go put them in the garage. Those are track shoes. These are...
I have a hole on the inside of them. Look.
These could be the new pickleball shoe. Oh my god.
Yeah, I was starting to feel the hard plastic on my ankles. Right. Look at that.
Highest bidder gets them. Starting the bidding at 30 cents. 30 cents. Going was.
Team Hunt & Co. at the pickleball courts, running up another W right here, baby.
Great, sir. Oh, that's so good. In the kitchen. Get there. I got back.
Wow, Danny.
Nice, Danny. 2-0-2. I just did it. Point. I wish I had. Ow. Judge, that's a minus point. Middle spoon. Good job, Gator. Oh, I got it. You. Flapper. Nice.
Wow. Pickleball always gets intense. I'm not sure how much of it I should be filming and showing you guys because I'm like, do they want to see pickleball? But all I'm going to say is this. I'm obsessed and there's some background pickleball stuff going on that I look forward to hopefully sharing with you guys sometime soon. And do not forget, all orders placed today are going to be randomly entered to win that Huracan engine cover. So
Whether you spend $5 or you spend $50, it doesn't matter. An order is an order, and I'm gonna be picking a random one. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I will see you guys tomorrow where we put Miley to the test. Can she break 700 horsepower? I'll see you then. Peace out and keep moving forward.
Oh, were you just picking that up? Oh my god!
Oh, sorry.
What? Give me that drawer. Orgasmic or organic?
Organic.
Spark plug. Spark plug. Spark plug. You want me to, okay, I'll do it again.
Oh my god, dude!